If you want to include, then you can add +1 here. Here what will happen is, for example, I'm taking value as 6. So for 6, what are the I am given in for loop. That's why it takes only 1 to 5 values because x is excluded. Okay. For with every number, it will be modulo. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ ఇచ్చిన ప్రతి నెంబరు మనకి మనం ఇచ్చిన నెంబర్ తో ప్రతి వాల్యూ మనకి మాడ్యూల్ లో జరుగుతుంది. సో ఏవైతే ఈ కండిషన్ సాటిస్ఫై చేస్తాయో ఆ ఎలిమెంట్స్ మాత్రమే మనకి ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ అవుతాయి. ఓకేనా? సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐఎమ్ టేకింగ్ 6 మాడ్యూల్ బై 1, నెక్స్ట్ 6 మాడ్యూల్ బై 2, 6 మాడ్యూల్ బై 3, 6 మాడ్యూల్ బై 4, 6 మాడ్యూల్ బై 5. It checks like that. Okay. It prints only what are the numbers satisfy this condition. Those only it prints. So 6 modulo by 1 equal to 0. That's why 6 modulo by 2. 2 into 3, 6, right? So 3 power 2, 6. So it prints like that. Okay. For example, I'm giving 8. It checks 1 to 7. So only 1, 2, 3 is the factors of the 8. Is it clear or not?
Clear, ma'am.
Okay. So if you want to add some of the factors, what we will do? So we will take one variable with initial value 0. Okay. Then we have to add this sum with I values. We have to increment some value with I. If this condition is satisfied, then we have to increment that sum value with I. I will take same example. We have to find the sum of the factors of a given number. So for that, I am taking one variable s. So here s is a sum. Okay. Initially, we will take it as a 0. Then after then this condition satisfied, we have to increment that sum with I value. What will happen if we increment with 1? What will happen? Yeah, it displays only count of the factors, right? So if you want to sum the factors, we have to add s plus I. If you want to count the factors, then we have to add s plus 1. For example, I'm taking 6. 6 factors are, sorry. So we have to only print one time. So here we will get factors of 6 is 1, 2, 3. Sum of factors are 6. So what is mean by perfect number?
factor sum is equals to given number అయితే perfect number.
Yes, sum of factors equal to given number. So we already know that how to calculate the sum of the factors. So we just give this condition, sum of factors equal to given number. If the number satisfies this condition, then it is a perfect. Otherwise, it is not a perfect number. This is the condition for finding the factors. This is for sum. So here what we will get? We will get sum, right? We have to check whether the sum is equal to the given number or not. So for that, I am writing another condition. If s is double equal to given number is x, then it is a perfect number. Else not a perfect number. So for example, I am giving 5. 5 is a perfect number or not?
No, ma'am.
So it is not a perfect number. So 6 is a perfect number. So if you have any doubt, just print the sum. So sum is also 6. Okay. Here sum is also 6. That's why it is a perfect number. If you calculate, for example, 28. 28 sum also 28. So 28 also a perfect number. If you check for 9, sum of the 9 is, factors of the sum is 4. So 9 is not a perfect number because 9 equal to 9 not equal to 4. That's why. So is this clear? What is perfect number or how to calculate perfect numbers? Okay. Only these are the tasks ma'am given yesterday. So everyone clear with the task? Then I will start the session. Okay. So in yesterday's session, what are the concepts covered? Function arguments. Yesterday's session functions are completed. So today the object is the strings. Then we will discuss data structures also. So first we will discuss strings. So what is mean by string?
Array of bits.
Group of characters. Yeah. So we already know that string is a group of characters or sequence of the characters, right? Yeah, collection of characters also. So it is a most popular data type also, right? So one of the data type. So in Python, we can create strings with single quotes or double quotes or triple quotes also. Okay. So I'm taking a variable. S is my variable. Here I'm taking string with the single quotes. I'm taking Python as my string and just want to print my string and type of that string. Okay. So Python is my string and it has a type of str. So we can write with string in single quotes or double quotes or triple quotes also. So first of all, I'm taking the single quotes here. Next, I will take double quotes also. So there is no difference between single or double quotes. Mostly we prefer only single quotes and double quotes. So when we use triple quotes, strings can span several lines without using escape character. You can write any of many lines in triples. Yeah, triple quotes also called as doctrines. So here there is no change in output. So if you use single quote or double quote or triple quote, it displays same output. In string we can give numbers. So in basics you already know that we can give string with numbers. So in we can give numbers and alphabets. So can we concatenate with a string with another string?
Yes, ma'am.
You can. You cannot concatenate with integer with string, right? So if I want space in between Python and workshop, what will we give? So I want space between the Python and workshop.
Can you separate the
Okay,
space?
separator. You can use comma also, right? Comma basically give only space. So end equal to space is a displays only ending only, right? S1 comma S2 end equal to space. So I'm using comma here, right? That's why it gives automatic space. Yeah. So no need to use separate here because if you use comma, then it automatically takes space. Okay. Or else if you use plus only but want space, then how to we will give? Yeah. We have to pass space in middle between S1 and S2. Then we have to add. Okay. Okay. So for example, I'm giving here print S1 star 3. What it displays?
times of pure Python.
Yes, it displays Python 3 times. So this is a concatenation. If you use plus, then that is a concatenation. If you use star, it is a repetition. Yeah. Okay. So we will discuss about indexing. So in Python, indexing is a most useful topic and important one. So indexing is to retrieve the values by using indexing. So indexing are two types. One is positive indexing. Another one is negative indexing. So here positive indexing means, for example, I'm taking one string. For example, I'm taking string as Python only. Here positive indexing means from left to right. It checks from left to right. For example, first P is in positive indexing, it starts with 0th indexing. So P value is 0 and Y is 1, T is 2, H is 3, O is 4, N is 5. It takes like that. So positive indexing starts from left to right. So left of the string, and it holds 0. So from left onwards, first one is 0. It starts with 0. Okay. So like so 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Okay. So here P is 0th index. Next Y is 1 index. T is 2 index. Like that, it takes in positive indexing. So if you want out, just we will check it is working or not. So for example, I'm giving a printing S of 0. Already said that in left side it starts from 0. So P value is 0, right? So S of 0 means P. S of 1 means Y. For example, I want O. Then what will give? I want O. So then what is the positive indexing value?